How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? As you get ready to listen to this upcoming episode from the Playmakers Blog Podcast, I just want to let you know that you too can get into the podcast journey. It's very simple. It's very easy. All you got to do is jump on Anchor, the one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. It is 100% free and easy to use. And even with Anchor, you can get great sponsors who want to advertise your podcast. That means you can get paid for your podcast right away from Jump Street. So in fact, reading this ad is what I'm doing right now. So if you had the time, if you had the will and determination and the dream to be a podcaster, what you waiting for? Jump on it. Anchor is the way to go. You ready? I'm ready. The Playmakers Bar Podcast present Hoops Talk, hosted by Darnell, the Playmaker Salins. NBA, college basketball, playoffs, March Madness. No matter what, we talking hoops, man. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Tuesday's edition of Hoops Talk. Brought to you by the Playmakers Ball Podcast, hosted by your boy, Donnie, the Playmaker Sounds out here in Jacksonville, Florida. How y'all doing on this Tuesday, April 27, 2021? We are just a couple of days away from the month of May, which means we are just a week or two away from the play-in tournament and then the playoffs. So we're getting closer and closer to the fun. Now, in today's episode, we have recapped two streaks that have ended on last night. Two streaks ended on last night. Steph Curry, even though he's not on his 30-point streak again, he's still having a stupid behind month of April. Recap what took place over the weekend. Take a look at some standings and see how the play-in tournament is looking right about now. Because pretty much everybody's focused on the play-in tournament and not really nothing else, because it's the play-in tournament, then the playoffs. So the play-in tournament begins on the 18th, and then the playoffs is the 22nd. So there's 4 days in between. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But without further ado, let's dive into what took place over the weekend. Starting from Friday. Back on Friday, April 23rd, we had the Atlanta Hawks without Trae Young take down the Miami Heat 118-103. Kendrick Nunn led the Heat with 21 points. Butler had 19 and 7 assists. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson. Y'all know every time I put them two names together, you know it's not a good thing. Combined for 29 points, shooting 10 for 23 from the field. I believe that was like 4 for like 15 from 3 points. Matter of fact, let me go back and find it. Because it's like they seem like they getting it with a big window against Brooklyn. I watched that game. And then they have games like this against Atlanta, and you just looking at it like, they didn't have Trae Young. There was no Trae Young for the Hawks. Bogdanovich went off for the Hawks with 21 points and 8 assists. Collins had 20 points and 8 rebounds. It was like, let's see. They were 4 for 15 from 3-point range. That would be Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero. 4 for 15 from 3-point range. Are we getting to the point is like we're not going to see the Miami team that we're looking for? We're just not going to see the Miami team that we're looking for. Are we getting to that point? Because I think that's what it is. You only got a couple of weeks left before it's time for the playoffs. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson haven't really been showing up this season. They had their spurt, but they haven't been consistent. When they was in the bubble, we knew about these two. These two showed it every night. This season, I don't know. But anyway. Matter of fact, the Hawks didn't even have Clint Capella either for this game, and they still beat the Miami Heat. No Trae Young, no Clint Capella, and they still beat y'all. That's a damn shame. A real damn shame. Anyway, moving on. The Brooklyn Nets, I believe, sweep the Boston Celtics 109 to 104 back on Friday. I think that was a season sweep for the Brooklyn Nets over Boston. Not a good thing if you're Boston. Not a good thing for Boston. Jason Tatum, 38 points, 10 rebounds. Peyton Pritchard came off the bench with 22 points. No Jaylen Brown in that game. I remember that game. No Jaylen Brown. No Jaylen Brown. But as we knew, Kevin Durant didn't play for the Nets. James Harden didn't play. I believe Kyrie played, but it wasn't about Kyrie. It wasn't about Kyrie. Yes, Kyrie did play, but it wasn't about Kyrie. It was about Joe Harris. 20 points. 4 to 7 from three-point range. 6 of 12 from the field. Kyrie did have good numbers, though. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 11 assists. Kyrie's more of a distributor on this one. Which he can do. He can be a point guard if he wants to. But he likes scoring the freaking rock. But if Kyrie... Look! He had 11 assists and only scored 15 points. If Kyrie wants to be a true point guard, he can be. He just have to have the willingness to be it. So yes, season sweep for the Brooklyn Nets over Boston back on Friday. Also on Friday, we had Steph Curry, who was coming off his streak ending at 11 for 30 points against the Wizards. Friday night, they came back home to the Bay Area to take on the Denver Nuggets, and they put one on the Nuggets. They really put one on the Nuggets Friday night. 118-97. Jokic did not have a good game. Jokic only had 19 points, 6 boards, and 6 assists. It was the Michael Porter show for the Denver Nuggets, 26 points with 5 boards. But Steph Curry went back to scoring 30. 32 points, 8 boards, 11 from 18 from the field, 4 from 9 on 3. Draymond Green, he only scored 2 points, but guess what? It don't matter. He had 12 boards and 19 assists. Draymond Green, 19 assists. When the last time you had a forward go for 19 assists? Anybody? Any of my Hoops Talk fans out there, any of my basketball fans out there, let me know the last time we seen a forward, small forward, power forward, go for 19 assists in the game. Let me know. Please let me know. Please, I'm all about historical facts. Let me know, please, because I don't remember it. I don't remember seeing it even one time. I don't even think LeBron James went for 19 assists in the game. I could be wrong. Somebody, please. If LeBron James went for 19 assists in the game, somebody show me that game. Show me the stats. I don't even think LeBron James went for 19 assists in the game. Give Draymond Green his due. Yes, he can be a hothead. He can be a tyrant when he wants to be. But damn it, he ain't trying to score. He trying to do whatever he need to do for the team to win. 19 assists at the power forward position shows you he'll do whatever it takes to win. Shout out to Draymond Green. And then the final game on Friday night, we had the Memphis Grizzlies up in Portland to take on the Portland Trail Blazers. The Memphis Grizzlies took it 130-128. John Morant, 33 points, 5 boards, 13 assists. Dylan Brooks added 25. Good to see Jaren Jackson Jr. back. I know he's been back for a while, but I never got a chance to talk about him. Great to see him back from that ACL injury. Now he's back. He came off the bench and dropped 23 points. Damian Lillard, 27 and 5 assists. Jokic, 26 points, 17 boards, 5 assists. CJ McCollum had 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Bad loss for the Portland Trail Blazers. Good win for the Memphis Grizzlies. Bad loss for the Portland Trail Blazers. Bad loss. That's a bad loss. We'll get to the standings. Saturday's results. The Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat got together for 1 or 2 games. Miami Heat took game 1, 106 to 101. 4 Miami Heat players scored over 20 points. Duncan Robinson, 7 threes. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was getting on Duncan Robinson because him and Tyler Hero, didn't shoot the ball well against the Hawks. They came home and shot the ball well against the Bulls. 7 3-pointers from Duncan Robinson for 23 points. That's what we need, Mr. Robinson. Tyler Hero, you get in the action as well. Miami can still be Miami. Yes, you don't have Jerry Crowder. Yes, you lost some, but Miami can still be Miami if Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero do what they do. I just hate when teams don't look like the team they should be. I hate it. Anyway, we had the San Antonio Spurs head down to the Big East to take on the New Orleans Pelicans on Saturday night, and they took that one 110-108. DeMar DeRozan, 32 points, 7 boards, 8 assists to lead the way. The Toronto Raptors went against the New York Knicks, and the New York Knicks took them down 120-103. Julius Randle, 31 points, 10 boards. That streak was pushed to 9, I believe, on that night. Yes, the New York Knicks streak was pushed to 9 on that night with the win over Toronto Raptors. Also on Saturday, we had Philadelphia versus the Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. And the Milwaukee Bucks beat them down 132-94. Good gracious. I mean, did Joel Embiid take the night off or something? Did Ben Simmons still ain't ready to return? I know Tobias Harris had returned. I'm looking at it. No, there was no Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid did not play. Ben Simmons did not play. Tobias Harris did play. And they got beat down. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 24 points, 14 boards, 7 assists, but he didn't really need to do much. But it didn't have nobody that can really match up with them. So Milwaukee did what they supposed to do. Beat them down. Send them home packing. And then round 2 of the Lakers and Dallas. AD had returned, I believe it was a Thursday night for the Lakers against Dallas, and Dallas took that one. Dallas took this one on Saturday night, 108-93. Too bad Davis came back and you're already on 2 with Davis back. So, question is, when does LeBron come back? We shall see. When does LeBron come back? Because they gonna need some help. Dwight Powell led the way with 25 points, 9 boards for the Dallas Mavericks. Not even Luka led the way. Luka had 18 points, 8 boards, and 13 assists. Luka took a step back. Dorian Finney-Smith had 21 points and 7 boards, so that's your big 3 for Dallas right there. But let's see, Anthony Davis, 17 points in 28 minutes, 5 for 19 shooting. So he's still struggling. He's still trying to get his legs back. You got Ben McLemore dropping 20 points. Oh, matter of fact, let's see, Montrezl Harrell didn't play for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope didn't play. Yeah. I guess he's trying to get guys healthy before the end stretch coming. And then finally on Saturday night, Minnesota took down the Utah Jazz. Yes, I'm going to say it again. The Minnesota Timberwolves took down the Utah Jazz. The Minnesota Timberwolves beat the Utah Jazz 101-96. Karl Anthony Towns, 24 points, 12 boards. Hold on. It ain't the only game that they lost. Hold on. We go to Sunday's results. Boston Celtics took one on the chin at Charlotte, 125-104. 4 Hornets score over 20 points for the Charlotte Hornets, led by Devontae Graham, University of Kansas. So I say Kansas University. 24 points, 9 assists. Boston dropped a couple of games already. Ooh. The Phoenix Suns were in Brooklyn Sunday to take on the Brooklyn Nets, and the Brooklyn Nets took that one. That was the return of Kevin Durant, 128-119. Kyrie Irving, 34 points, 6 rebounds, 12 assists. Kevin Durant, 33 points, 6 rebounds. And I believe Kevin Durant came off the bench. If I remember, I think Kevin Durant came off the bench that game. I bet they had Kevin Durant come off the bench. Even though Devin Booker dropped 36 points. That wasn't enough because Brooklyn's just too much. Yeah, Kevin Durant came off the bench. Kevin Durant came off the bench in that game. They let Jeff Green start in place of Kevin Durant. Which is not a bad move, by the way. Your best scorer is coming off the bench, which is ridiculous. Never heard of it, but hey. And then it was round 2 in Portland, Oregon. Memphis Grizzlies and the Portland Trail Blazers. Memphis took that one. 120 to 113. That's a clean Portland sweep right there for the Memphis 2-0. Morant, 28 points. 8 boards. So back-to-back losses for the Blazers and back-to-back good wins for the Grizzlies, man. Man, I can't wait to look at these standings, man. I really can't. I need to look at these standings. Milwaukee took the trip to Atlanta after they beat Philly, and Atlanta took them down 111 to 104. And like I said, no Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks. These dudes are winning without Trae Young. Giannis, 31 points, 14 boards. Chris Middleton, 23 points, 6 boards. Drew Holiday, 19 points, 5 boards, 11 assists. I mean, y'all had possessions. Oh, that's because Bogdan Bogdanovic is getting hot. 32 points, 6 of 11 from 3, 12 for 21 from the field. Clint Capella came back and scored 6 points, but he had 14 boards. It is the Bob Bogdanovic show in the ATL right now. And this was against the team that he was supposed to get traded to from Sacramento, and he turned it, and he refused to get traded though. Bogdanovic built some type of way towards the Bucks, towards Milwaukee. I'm just saying. That was Sunday's result. Then we get to last night. Oh, last night. This is where the rubber meets the road. Last night, the Chicago Bulls was still in Miami after they lost game 1. But they took game 2 from the Heat, 110 to 102. Mikhail Vucevic, 24 points, 11 boards. Daniel Tice, 23 points, 12 rebounds to lead the Bulls. Both centers had their way with the Heat. Bam, where are you? Was Bam playing, or did Bam take a day off? Because yeah, Vucevic is a center. Daniel Tice is a center. The Bulls are playing 2 centers, and they had their way with the Miami Heat. They had their way with the Miami Heat. Bam Adebayo, 23.6 boards. We need more boards from Bam. Bam need to get inside and get busy. He didn't get busy. Butler had 33 points and 8 boards with 5 assists. Oof. Duncan Robinson, 3 points, 1 for 7. 1 for 7. Tyler Hero didn't play. Kendrick Nunn didn't play. Andre Iguodala didn't play. No worry when Oladipo's coming back, but we'll look forward to that. The San Antonio Spurs was in the DC capital to take on the Wizards, who was on a 8-game winning streak. 146 to 143. The San Antonio Spurs took down the Wizards in overtime. DeMar DeRozan, 37 points, 10 assists. Devontae Murray, 25 points, 17 rebounds, 5 assists. And the Washington Wizards win streak ends at 8. I must say, we have some winning streaks going on, but all good things come to an end. Shout out to the Wizards. They have learned how to win. They have fought their way into the play-in. Things can happen at any given moment now. But San Antonio, shout out to San Antonio. Craig Popovich is like the best coach in the NBA. Man, yeah, Quinn Snyder, Monte Williams, and Tom Thibodeau, they fighting for Coach of the Year. Rightfully so, and deservedly so. But if we're talking best coach in the NBA, it's Craig Popovich. Who does he have that we actually know? We know about DeMar DeRozan. Most people don't know about Devontae Murray. Patty Mills is still on the team, but people really don't know about Patty Mills like that. DeMarcus Aldridge, he retired after he was with the Nets for like a couple of games. I mean, who do the Spurs have that you know that jumps off your page besides DeMar DeRozan? Nobody. And yet, Greg Popovich is still in the hunt for the playoffs. Right now, they in the play-in spot. Greg Popovich knows to coach the game of basketball. And yes, I am a Greg Popovich fan, so you want to call me biased? I don't give a crap. I love Greg Popovich. He's the best coach in the NBA. Now, let's get off my soapbox. Oh, it was another streak we were talking about that ended. Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks hosted the Phoenix Suns. And the Phoenix Suns took down the New York Knicks 118-110. Devin Booker, 33 points. Chris Paul, 20 points. 5 boards, 6 assists, and 1 dagger 3-pointer that put the game over. A dagger 3-pointer that said, Knicks, y'all 9-game winning streak is done. Shout out to Chris Paul for being cold-blooded. I would not lose this game. Y'all streak would not go to 10 on my watch. Chris Paul said no. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns. Sadly, I'm pretty sure it's sad that the streak ended. I'm sorry, Nick Russell. But all good things I come to an end. But guess what, though, man? The New York Knicks is 4th in the East right now. I'm still going to get the Suns, but the New York Knicks are 4th in the East. I'm just saying. This team's going to make the playoffs. They going to make the playoffs. Now, how well do they do in the playoffs? We shall see. Just in this game, Julius Randle did not have a good game. 18 points on 6 boards. 6 for 17 from the field. Not a good game for Julius Randle. You know, Derrick Rose laid away off the bench with 22 points. So, it was... You knew this type of game was going to happen. We knew this type of game was going to happen with Steph Curry when he went up against the Wizards. We didn't think it was going to come against the Wizards, but we knew that type of game was going to come. Hey, it is what it is. So, yes, the Washington Wizards streak ended at 8. The New York Knicks streak ended at 9. But we're not done. The Utah Jazz, after losing to Minnesota at home, they went to Minnesota. And Minnesota beat them 105-104. D'Angelo Russell, that's a name we haven't heard in a very long time. D'Angelo Russell, 27 points, 12 assists. Karl Anthony Towns, 21 points, 11 assists. You tell me they combined for 48 points and 23 assists? Good gracious. Hold on, hold on. I think I wrote that wrong. I might have wrote that wrong. Are we sure that's 11 assists and not 11 rebounds? Hold on. Okay, it's 11 rebounds. My bad. I did write that wrong. Okay. 11 rebounds for Cat, not 11 assists. Okay. I'm good. I went back and checked on that one. Hey, this is what I do. Hey, I made mistakes. My bad. 21 points and 11 boards for Cat. Let's see. Mike Conley returned 26 points for the Jazz to lead the way, but Rudy Gobert 18 points. Perfect from the field from 8 to 8. Y'all missing Donovan Mitchell. Y'all missing Donovan Mitchell. I need Donovan Mitchell back. Oh, by the way, the Minnesota Timberwolves swept the Utah Jazz this season. The Minnesota Timberwolves have swept the best team in the NBA. Nobody would ever thought of that. Nobody. But look at Minnesota like, man, it's not y'all year, man. Y'all do what y'all do. And then y'all get better next year. But they can say they swept the best team in the NBA. Wow. Thinking some striking results here. The LA Clippers went down to the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Pelicans. The Clippers took one from the chin because the Pelicans beat them 120-103. Zion Williamson, 33 points, 5 assists, 23 points, 5 assists. I mean, what was that? Was there some help around here? Who didn't play for the Clippers? Paul George played. Reggie Jackson played. Of course, Kawhi Leonard's out. Rondo played. So the only person that didn't play was Kawhi Leonard. And y'all gotta be like this. Zion Williamson, I already told y'all his stats. Let's see, Brandon Ingram, 17 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. Okay. All starters for the Pelicans scored in double figures. Ball had 18. Bledsoe had 18. Paul George only scored 9. Reggie Jackson only scored 9. Well, we know why they lost this game. Paul George, Reggie Jackson didn't show up in New Orleans. But Alonzo Ball did, but Eric Bledsoe did. when Alonzo Ball and Eric Bledsoe outdo Reggie Jackson and Paul George, something just doesn't seem right. But I'm gonna move on because we got one more game to talk about. And it was the Memphis Grizzlies who came off sweeping the Portland Trail Blazers in Portland with 2 games in a row. They were in Denver this time, and Denver gave them what they deserved. They took out their frustrations on the Grizzlies, 120-96. And I mean, they took out their frustration. They frustrated how they got whooped and Golden State, and they took it out on the Grizzlies. That's what you're supposed to do if you're one of the top teams in that conference. That's what you're supposed to do. We love John Morant. We love Dylan Brooks. We love Jaren Jackson Jr. We like Memphis. But if you're the Denver Nuggets and you got your ass whooped like you did in Golden State, you whooped somebody else's ass, and that's what they did in Memphis. I'm sorry, Memphis, but the schedule just made y'all the next victim. That's what that was. It was a victim of circumstances. They got their ass whooped, so they had to whip somebody else's ass, and it happened to be y'all. 120-96. Michael Porter Jr., 31.7 boards. The Joker, 24 points, 15 boards, 5 assists. Things like that happen. So now that I got you caught up on everything you need to be caught up on, Steph Curry has dropped 85 3-pointers in this damn month. 85 3-pointers in this month. And he still got 2 more games to play. He still has 2 more games to play. He's only 15 away from 100 3-pointers in a month. He already has the most 3-pointers in a month span ever. Already. He surpassed James Harden 2019 when James Harden did it for 84. Steph Curry's at 85, and he still had 2 more games left in his month. That is 255 points just on 3-pointers by itself. And this man like going for 10 threes a game. He has Dallas tonight, and he's at Minnesota on the 29th. This man can actually hit 100 threes. This man can actually hit 100 threes in a month. Do y'all hear me? Steph Curry can hit 100 threes in 1 month. 1 freaking month. You know how ridiculous that sounds? I don't think y'all understand how ridiculous that sounds. If this man can actually hit 100 threes in a month. 100 threes in a month. How insane is that? But it's Steph Curry. Like the greatest shooter I have ever watched in my entire life. And we talking 29 years worth, going on 30. Even Stephen A. Since Stephen A. way older than me, he's the best shooter he ever laid his eyes on. Like, this dude can shoot the freaking ball. If he goes off for 10 threes against Dallas, he's going to hit 100 because he's going to hit 5 threes against Minnesota. Who on Minnesota is going to stop Anthony Edwards? D'Angelo Russell? Even though D'Angelo Russell played with him at Golden State, but I don't think D'Angelo Russell will want anything at the show. Be honest. Who on Minnesota is going to stop him if he hit 10 threes against Dallas? It's all about the Dallas game. It's all about the Dallas game tonight. But that's part of my previews for tonight. Anyway, because before I get to those, just look at these things. Like I said, we're getting closer and closer to playing tournament and then the playoffs. So shout out to Brooklyn taking the top spot in the East with the record of 41-20. Philadelphia a game behind at 40-21. Shout out to y'all. New York and the Atlanta Hawks are tied at 34-28, but the Knicks have the lead, so they get the 4th spot, and right now Atlanta's in the 5th spot right now. Boston, as of right now, you avoided the playing spot because you're the 6th seed, but Miami, Charlotte, Indiana, Washington, that's your 7, 8, 9, and 10th. Chicago and Toronto on the outside looking in right now. Just a game behind the Washington Wizards. Got a lot of games to be left. For some reason, mathematically, I know mathematically they're not eliminated, but why the freak is Orlando in this damn standing? Why in the hell is Detroit in this standing? Why in the hell is Cleveland in this damn standing? Cleveland, Detroit, and Orlando is not making the play-in. Okay? Matter of fact, we just got done getting our ass whipped by the Lakers last night if you're the Orlando matches. I haven't talked about my matches because I don't want to talk about my matches. I get angry because it's stupid. We is horrible. We'll have a couple of good seasons and we go back to being horrible. It's rough being a man. It really is rough being a man. But like I said, Orlando, Detroit, and Cleveland shouldn't even be in the standings. Knock them out. We don't want to see them. That's the East, man. That's the East. Let's look at the West standings real quick. In the West, as I said, Utah Jazz #1 team in the NBA. 44-17. They are the only team who actually officially clinch a playoff spot. The Phoenix Suns behind them at 43-18. The Clippers right behind them at 43-20. Denver 40-21. The Lakers in the 5th spot still 36-25. Dallas Mavericks just outside that bubble at number 6 at 33-27. Portland, Memphis, San Antonio, and Golden State are in the play-in tournament as of right now. As the Pelicans have some work to do. They are 4 games behind Golden State. They have some work to do. Sacramento got some work to do. They are 6 games behind Golden State. OKC, you're done. Minnesota and Houston are already eliminated. So those are your standards right there. So I hope you got that. But now let's go ahead and preview what games to look forward to tonight. We have one game on NBA TV, and then the other game will be on TNT. And that game on NBA TV will happen at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the Milwaukee Bucks head down to the Charlotte area to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Bucks are taking on the up-and-coming Charlotte Hornets. Should be a good one. 7 p.m. NBA TV. You got a couple of teams that's in the play-in tournament for their respective conferences at 7 p.m. down up in Indiana. Portland Trail Blazers, Damian Lillard and Stephen McCullough will lead the Blazers against the Indiana Pacers. That's at 7 p.m. The Toronto Raptors, who's trying to fight to get into the play-in, they have to take down the Brooklyn Nets at 7:30. And then tonight on TNT, 9:30. You should already know what game it is. It's already kind of said. The Dallas Mavericks are in the bay to take on Steph Curry and the Warriors. Can Luka Magic and the Mavs slow down Steph Curry? If they don't, Steph Curry's going to get him. He's going to get him. Get him. That's tonight's lineup. Tomorrow's lineup, Wednesday, where I'm looking at. Oof, crazy lineup here. 7 p.m. The Atlanta Hawks are at the Philadelphia 76ers. That's going to be a good win for Atlanta without Trae Young. They can pull it off. But we have to see who's going to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. ESPN has your doubleheader, 7:30. Los Angeles Lakers, AD, and the crew are in Washington to take on Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and the Washington Wizards. Also at 7:30, Charlotte Hornets, Boston Celtics up in TD Garden in Boston. Madison Square Garden, those of you who up in New York, the Chicago Bulls are coming to town to take on the Knicks. 8 p.m., South Beach, Miami. The Heat. Here come the Spurs. Here come Craig Popovich. I think Miami needs this win more than the Spurs do. Even though the Spurs are in the nice spot in the West and fighting for a playing spot, I get it. But Miami needs this win. They need some damn confidence. They need something. Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson, they need to get on track, because if they don't, it's not going to be a good playoffs for the Miami Heat. So even though San Antonio is fighting to stay in the playing spot, Miami needs this game at home. They need this game at home. 9 p.m. So we going from Portland down to Memphis now. The Portland Trailblazers are heading to Memphis. They take on the Grizzlies. So Grizzlies beat them twice in a row. Can Dame Dollar and C.J. McCullough stop this streak that Memphis is on? We shall see. Also at 9, Zion Williamson is taking the Pelicans to face off with Jokic and the Nuggets. Oof. Pelicans need this one. But y'all playing Denver at the wrong time. The Pelicans need it, but you're playing the wrong team at the wrong time in the Denver Nuggets. Oh, my God. And then the nightcap on ESPN. It's the LA Clippers. Paul George taking on Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns. Thursday. NBA TV has your lone national televised game as it will be the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Indiana Pacers up in Indiana, 7 p.m. And then those of you who are Steph Curry fans, as he tries to end his month with who knows how many 3-pointers, as they are in Minnesota to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves, that will be at 8 p.m. The Toronto Raptors, they are in a tough spot because they had to go to Denver at 9 p.m. in that game on Thursday. So those are the games you need to look out for. How many 3-points Steph Curry will hit in the month of April? We shall see. He's at 85 right now, and he's playing tonight at home against Dallas, and then he's at Minnesota on Thursday. So after Thursday's game, when I come back on the last day of April 30th, Friday morning, we will know how many 3-pointers he has hit. And then we can recap those and look forward to the final few games that we have left. Because we'll be right hitting in April. We'll be in April and going into May. We get close to playoff time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're excited because I am. I can't wait to see some playoff action. But until then, down at the Playmaker Signs out here in Jacksonville, Florida, I am signing off to Friday for more Hoops Talk. Deuces. Whew. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. So if you want to stay updated and know when new episodes of Hoops Talks come out, subscribe and follow to the podcast. You can do this on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Speaker.com, or any of your favorite platforms, including iTunes/Apple Podcasts. And for those of you who are listening on iTunes and Apple Podcasts, go ahead and drop a rate and review of the podcast to let us know how we're doing and how we can improve. And for those of you who want to see any other podcasts that we got going on, go ahead and subscribe to our website, theplaymakersblog.com, and you can see all the podcasts that we do. Until next time for Hoops Talk, it's your boy, the Playmaker down there, Silent, signing off.